So now let's understand that how we can create the payload for the backdoor or a payload for the target machine. So for that you need to open your Web tool by just pressing here and hit enter. So after entering, we need to see the list of the tools we have inside this framework. So we have two tools. So now I'm going to type use one and hit enter. Use one and hit enter. So now as you can see that we have these many payloads with us. So as we have seen that we have to use that number of particular payload in the 15 number. So now we are going to type here use 50 and hit enter. So after hitting enter, as you can see here, these many things needed to be completed. Okay, so here are some things that is very important to complete, which one of them is lhost, lport, sleep, and one more thing is processors. So now let's set the lhost. So what is lhost? Lhost is nothing but it is the it is the IP address of your machine. So why do we need to use lhost? So for understanding the use of lhost, let's suppose that if it is the target machine and this is the attacker machine, when you send your payload into this particular machine, then if someone just clicked on this particular payload, so it will start connecting with your device, and for connecting with your device it needs something to connect with your device, so it needs IP address. Okay, so that's why we need to set here lhost, which is an IP address. Okay, so now we understand that how it works, why we need to set lhost. So for seeing the IP address, what we need to do is we need to simply open new terminal and type here ifconfig, so that we can see the IP address of our device. So I am having IP address 10.0.2.6. So now I'm gonna copy it and let's get back to our main terminal. So I'm going to paste it here. So this is my IP address that I'm going to, I think it is not working. Okay, so now I'm going to press enter. So my lhost has been set. So now it's time to set our lport. So lport I'm going to use 8080. Now I will tell you later why I'm using 8080 lports. Okay, so now I'm going to use 8080. So now I'm going to press enter. So now as you can see here, we need to also set processors and sleeps. So these are not very important terms, so I'm not going to explain you very deeply what is processors and what is sleep. Processor simply means minimum number of processors you want to give to this particular payload, and sleep simply means how much time you want it to just active. And for processor I'm going to type processors and I'm going to give it 1, and for the sleep I'm going to give it suppose 6 and hit enter. So now I think it is completed. So now I want to see that is it completed or not. I did one mistake here. So now let's find out what is the mistake. Now press enter. As you can see that it is not completed because it is showing that you need to use set command for setting anything. So for that I need to add set before any particular thing. Okay, lhost 10.0.2.06 and now set lport, which is 8080, and now set processors. Okay, processors 1 and set sleep to 6 and hit enter. Now let's see it is updated or not. So as you can see here, we have successfully updated our needed things. So my lhost is this, lport is this, and the processor that I'm going to give it 1 and the sleep is 1. So now I'm in confusion that let's check my IP address again, so that 10026 10, yes, it is correct. So now as you can see here, we have completely done our this work. So now I'm going to type generate and hit enter. So what it will do, it will just asking to me that please enter the base name for the output file. So I'm going to give it reverse https 8080 and hit enter. So now let's see how much time it will take. So it is starting building our backdoor. It will take some time. It depends upon your system configuration. And as you can see here, our hit enter to continue. So as you can see here, this is our file. Our payload has been completed. So now let's get the wider view. So this is our path where our payload is being saved. So now let's copy it so that we can use it for the upcoming works. So this is how we can create payload.